Alright guys, such comic again. I hope you're doing good and enjoying all day so far. OpTic expert on a $20,000 Modern Warfare Remastered tournament and familiar faces coming out on top, but especially the question that was asked afterwards as to whether iLLeY might look to return to OpTic to be part of their OpTic Challenges program next season. We believe that OpTic Legends, currently a Halo player for those guys, will be going to Surge next year. Maybe the other guys on that Halo team might be looking to make the transition as well. Could iLLeY be the man to help make that happen? Very much enjoyed your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. Plenty to get into. We're going to start here because Colt Havoc briefly tweeted yesterday, unrestricted free agent for Black Ops 7. Hit me up. Tired of running ranked. Time to show what I'm made of. Now, we've been playing a lot with Kismet over the last few days. It did turn out that this was Kismet on his account because he lost a bet or whatever, and Havoc's not coming back. Now, it's pretty interesting because Havoc has obviously been stepped away from competitive COD for a good couple of years now. Quality player back in his day. He's still good enough, I think, to maybe make it work if he did commit full time. But why would he? I think that's the key question for lots of these guys. He's stepped away, he's done very well in the content game. Even if he was to get a CDL spot, it would be lower down the league on a minimum-ish salary. It's not going to be enough to, let's say, step away from streaming, and that's kind of why when we've talked about players potentially coming back over the last few months or so, I've never really mentioned Havoc because I never thought that it would really make much sense for him, especially if he had to start down in challenges right now. Like, for some, the game looks so exciting, so tempting that they want to come back and compete anyway, and I get that, fair enough. Blast even says in the replies, looking for two with Shifty, so he does double down on this. We talked about this the other day, that he was going to be a duo with Shifty TV, former Falcons Warzone pro, but I was like, are they really going to commit to that? But no, apparently they are. Looking for two with Shifty. Colt Havoc says you guys are going to fry, excited to watch. Then Zuma says, come join the Stallions, right? But I don't know so much about that. So in the end, it was revealed, as Colt says, right here, I lost a bet to Kismet today, and he tweeted this, I'm not competing, guys, I'm sorry, unless eyes emoji. So, I don't know, we'll see. I don't really think that it would make much sense for him, but I guess time will tell whether we get any other individuals, especially coming back to challenges. Also, talking of returning to COD, we've got to talk about Swooty. So, you guys probably remember that Swooty caused a bit of a stir middle of last season when there was a bit of drama about him and the Stallions and Zuma's team and competing in challenges and all this stuff. He was a Splitgate kid, Splitgate world champion, let's not forget as well. He came to COD and clearly there was some talent there, but he came kind of mid-season, didn't really understand the game on a great level. Some of his teammates weren't really so keen to play with him at the big tournaments. He didn't have many pro points, right, compared to others. So then he kind of disappeared, right, for a good few months, and people thought, damn, is Swooty, is he ever going to come back, or what's going on there? But he says, look, free agent for Black Ops 7, fully invested, fully locked in. I do love these free agent posts. They always crack me up. Every single time in COD history, people used to do those posts and said, you know, I'm open to any role. I'm serious, right? I'm not looking for any flakers or whatever. Like, I'm here to grind or whatever they used to put in those tweets. And, well, Swooty kind of says a similar thing. So we'll see where that goes. But let's talk about iLLeY, but especially this HECZ Quarters $20,000 invitation last night. This was just a phenomenal piece of content that HECZ put together. I think the $20,000 was out of his own pocket as well. He was paying the guys in cash when they were eliminated. So really great to see. And MWR, I mean, this game came out, what, like 8 years ago now? Of course, the original COD 4 came out 17 years ago, whatever it would have been. But yeah, Modern Warfare Remastered came out alongside Infinite Warfare back in 2016, so I guess it's got to be 9 years, hasn't it? God, that does feel like a rather long time ago, but still a great game, a lot of fun to play at the time, and they brought back some legends to play this tournament. Now, the funny thing is about these tournaments that iLLeY is always there at the crack of dawn, right? So here he is, multiple hours before the tournament even gets started, he's grinding, right? He's at the venue 4 hours early, say OpTic. iLLeY's here, he's getting the blue tiger camo on his M16, and he's running it back. So thought that was pretty good to see. In the end, of course, there was only one winner of this tournament, although it very much could have gone a number of different ways. There were plenty of close matchups here between the teams. So you had team, what was it? Team Wallace, I think, were these guys. But anyway, Scump, Mercules, Karma, and Methods. Mercules, again, he tends to win all these tournaments. People were like, oh, damn, is Ziddy gonna drag them down that much? So yeah, kind of feel bad for poor Ziddy. Crim6, Clay, HYDra, and Parasite. Drazah's team with Sparta, Tatch, and Donny Temp. And then Zio plus Bose, right? So that is a pretty scary team on paper going in, right? Because you've got that trio, Huke, Shotzzy, iLLeY, of which 2 of them were just part of the World Championship winning OpTic team. iLLeY was there for the ride as well for some time with OpTic. Now has been, well, the Surge drama, then he stepped away. And then Money B, one of the greatest search and destroy minds ever, all on the same team. You know, there was definitely reason to believe that they could be a serious threat this tournament, as of course they were. The bracket ended up going like this, so Phenom was that, Crim16 Wallace was Scump's team, etc, etc. I think that's how they did it here, but the names got messed around, I think, a little bit. Anyway, some very entertaining clips in this tournament. Wanted to share a few minutes of this. Just watching maps like Crash and Vacant and all the other classics was great to watch as well. And yeah, the entertainment value here was pretty much off the scale. Scump was cooking up as well on, what was this map called again? Overgrown, right? Here we are back in the day. Scump had a nice little ace on this one for sure, just beaming people off the head glitch. So yeah, great times. And well, there was plenty of other great moments here as well. So I'll share a couple of clips, but especially want to look at what HECZ had to say to iLLeY after it was all over.
We did a YouTube video. It's like $1,000.
Yeah. Wait, did you to beat the 2 pro leagues?
No.
Or the 2 pro matches?
It was
this kill streak shit.
Oh. Yo, how do you do that nade? How do you do that nade?
Oh, he team naded himself.
Oh, he can't even do it. Listen, you guys got this.
He got always a Vicious Army. Call of Duty 2 had like they had it was like the theme clans back then. There was God's Nightmare, God's Triggerfinger, God's Holy Grail, God's Covenant.
That went to COD 4 a bit with like lackluster talent and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's like lack of respect, lack of doubt. I
Yeah,
still talk to doubt to this day.
No way. What is he doing?
Yeah, he lives in Dallas.
Really?
Yeah, he moved from LA.
What a read.
What a read.
What a fucking read, Abner. Oh my
That's
god.
an ace!
Good
Why are we
job.
not getting hyped for an ace?
Get hyped.
Come
on.
It
Let's
was an
fucking
ace,
go,
boys.
kid.
It was an
Someone
ace,
dap me
boys.
up.
Let's go.
IXI.
Yo, that was dirty.
You know,
Good job.
Come on! It's my fucking map!
We needed that.
This map.
Yeah, and then from competitive sniping came sniping teams.
Ooh, knife from Scump.
Oh! He knew he was gonna fucking do that. Bro, he knew he was gonna do that.
Got it. I think you got it.
No, I wasn't even looking. I wasn't even looking.
Wait, did he get it?
No!
Nah, that was insane.
No.
That was crazy.
I remember it was a big thing back then. Nobody really knew what each other looked like.
we didn't.
I mean, I remember
one.
whenever there was like a thread to post your like picture, I posted my picture, and that's where the Hagrid
where
meme
Hagrid came from,
because I had
dude, yeah.
long curly hair like Hagrid, and then my teammates started calling me to like bully me and stuff like that. Camos.
You shouldn't have.
I don't give a fuck.
Camos was an asshole.
Yeah, Camos was the worst human being in the world. That's where I get all my PTSD from. He used to blame me for everything. So once I got away from him, I blamed everyone for everything. It just rubbed off on me.
It says Shotzzy, but it says.
He'll come behind you.
He's in the window. You guys in there? Come on!
Oh my god!
Fucking go.
What a
Dude, what a match.
crazy one, man. GG.
Damn. GG's,
Team
ladies and
Allen
gentlemen.
wins it all. Shotzzy, iLLeY, Huke, and Imbo.
Money.
Every single time I see him.
Yo, chat, I'm trying to convince iLLeY to run that challengers team for us with the Halo team.
Yo, I'm
Ooh.
Because we need you'd be an excellent captain of that ship.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like stuff like that they need to like learn when they come over. To, like they're just playing with me. Like they'll learn so quickly and like just
I like that.
like just get like the
So this was the overall bracket. Again, they on this bracket decided just to use the names because it was clearer. So Shotzy's team 2-1 against Drazah's team, 2-1 Scump's team, 3-1s Scump's team in the finals. Team Shotzzy won with Huke, iLLeY, and aBeZy. They're the champions. The Scump's team with Mercules actually falls short. Can you believe it? Crim's team went down to Scump's team in the losers bracket. But you know, all these series, as you can see, were pretty competitive. Even Drazah's team gave it a good go as well, despite certainly not being being the favourites for the tournament. But what do we think about this OpTic Nation Challengers thing, right? Because HECZ has talked about this for some years, that he would be interested in having a Challengers team, probably called OpTic Nation, because back in the day in Advanced Warfare, they had OpTic Gaming, OpTic Nation as two separate teams at that time, where Karma actually was before he got onto the main team, among many other great players played for OpTic Nation back in the day, Killer, Swanee, etc. But the talk has been, could they bring back to Challengers? It would make sense on some level, but also does it make sense for the organisation, right? We know the CDL has not especially supported Challengers over the last few years. HECZ has been pretty clear that he would only do a Challengers team if it really made sense for the organisation, and that could be the case with enough notable players on the roster that people want to follow as a key story, but also to try and find a home for the other players that are still on his franchise, because we know that the Halo World Championship is coming up literally this weekend. Tomorrow I think it gets underway. We'll see what happens to Formal after all that is over, but Formal, Legend, Bound and Renegade, that's OpTic Halo's team trying to win everything back in Seattle again. Legend, we're pretty sure he's going to end up on the Vancouver Surge next season with Gwyn, with Abe and with Lunas. That's the team of four that they apparently are putting together. So that deal, it seems, is practically done. Bound and Renegade, they did their own tweets implying all free agent for next year, free agent for next year. HECZ shut that down relatively quickly, but like, I don't expect Formal is going to keep grinding Halo when the Halo Championship Series is over. After this year's World Championship, it's done until they bring it back at some point. It's only going to be third-party tournaments being run. There's not going to be a proper circuit. So there's a reason why loads of the Halo guys are looking to come to COD. And if they're coming to COD, Bound and Renegade aren't getting a CDL offer straight away. So given they're part of OpTic anyway, them grinding it out in Challengers, given Legend's going to go and who knows what Formal's going to do, might make a lot of sense. And yeah, as HECZ says, iLLeY would probably be a pretty good man for the job. He's got plenty of history with those players, with that organisation, with that team, and for him to come in and kind of like captain up the OpTic Challengers team, I think people would absolutely be following that story, right? I think that's the key thing. If OpTic are going to do Challengers, they're going to do it for a reason, right? They're going to take it seriously. But also there's going to be some positives they can bring to the organisation as a result. So I think people have wanted for some time OpTic to kind of step into Challengers, have an academy team, but it only makes sense in the right circumstances. And maybe this is the way to go. So could it be iLLeY, Bound, Renegades? +1. I mean, look, I don't think Formal's going to come back, to be honest. So they'd be looking probably to go in a different direction. But HECZ seems down for it. iLLeY seems down for it. Who knows what happens next? But tweet your thoughts as always on that in the comments section below. And as Drazah says, shout out Hitch and HECZ for the invite. Modern Warfare Remastered, still a fun game. Cash on the spot as well. Drazah, I know, was absolutely loving that. So very much tweet your thoughts on all of this stuff in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Take care. And I'll see you next time.